The Third Reich hunted countless resistance fighters and Allied spies, but one operative earned the special, furious contempt of Nazi officials: Virginia Hall.
Welcome to History Vault.
She was the woman responsible for more jailbreaks, acts of sabotage, and crucial leaks of German troop movements than any other spy in France. To the Gestapo, she was a phantom, known only by her chilling operational moniker, the Limping Lady. "I would give anything to get my hands on that limping Canadian bitch," Klaus Barbie, the infamous Gestapo chief of Lyon, reportedly raged to his men. Despite his cruelest efforts, Hall always remained just out of reach. Hall wasn't Canadian, she was American, and her pronounced limp was the result of a freak 1933 hunting accident that cost her left leg below the knee. In its place, she fitted a heavy 7-pound wooden prosthetic she affectionately nicknamed Cuthbert. Raised in Baltimore by a wealthy and worldly family, Hall was sharp, athletic, and fluent in French, German, and Italian. Eager to see the world and serve her country, she applied to the Foreign Service, only to be rejected immediately. As biographer Judith Pearson recounts, the message was blunt: no women, not going to happen. Undeterred, Hall took a clerk job to enter Foreign Service through the back door, working at embassies in Warsaw and Smyrna, Turkey. It was during a bird hunting trip in Turkey that she stumbled over a fence, accidentally discharging her shotgun and mangling her foot. She applied to the Foreign Service again while recuperating, only to be rejected a second time, not for being a woman, but for being an amputee. When the German invasion began in 1940, Hall resigned her post. She drove ambulances for the French army and fled to England when France capitulated. In London, furious and railing against Hitler, a stranger approached her at a cocktail party, handed her a business card, and said simply, "If you're really interested in stopping Hitler, come and see me." That conversation launched the career of the most effective foreign operative in wartime France. The stranger was Vera Atkins, a British spy master often cited as the inspiration for Ian Fleming's Miss Moneypenny. Atkins recruited for Winston Churchill's newly created Special Operations Executive, the SOE, whose mission was to set Europe ablaze with guerrilla sabotage and subversion. Impressed with Hall's fluency, first-hand knowledge of France, and sheer moxie, Atkins hired her. In 1941, Hall became the SOE's first female resident agent in France, operating under the cover of an American reporter for the New York Post. She proved exceptionally skilled, not only radioing crucial intelligence on German troop movements back to London, but also recruiting and organizing a loyal network of resistance spies throughout central France. Her spycraft relied on creative, low-tech methods. The BBC would broadcast coded messages inserted into its nightly news. Hall, meanwhile, would file news stories with her editor in New York, which were secretly embedded with missives for her SOE handlers. For dead drops in Lyon, Hall would famously place a potted geranium in her window to signal a pickup, directing contacts to messages hidden behind loose bricks or stuck to the bottom of a glass in a designated cafe. Her success made her a primary target. The Gestapo, led by Klaus Barbie, officially dubbed her the most dangerous of all Allied spies. When wanted posters for the Limping Lady were distributed across the region, Hall was forced to flee. Her only option was a grueling 50-mile trek over the snow-covered Pyrenees Mountains into Spain. Her Spanish guides initially refused to take a woman, let alone an amputee, but Hall would not be deterred. The November weather was bitterly cold, and the 7-pound weight of her wooden prosthetic, Cuthbert, caused agonizing pain with every step. Reaching a safe house, Hall radioed London to report her status, adding that Cuthbert was giving her trouble. The legendary deadly serious reply from SOE headquarters, which tragically mistook the prosthetic for an informant, read, "If Cuthbert is giving you difficulty, have him eliminated." Though the British SOE refused to send a marked woman back to France, Hall was unwilling to quit the fight. She immediately signed up with the U.S. Office of Strategic Services, the OSS, the precursor to the CIA, and prepared for her return. In 1944, just months before the D-Day invasion at Normandy, Hall rowed a British torpedo ship back to France. Disguised brilliantly as a 60-year-old peasant woman, a disguise that effectively hid the limping lady, she crisscrossed the countryside, organizing and leading complex sabotage missions against the German army. Her actions had immediate and powerful impact on the war. In one OSS report, Hall's team was credited with derailing freight trains, blowing up 4 critical bridges, killing 150 Nazis and capturing 500 more. Her intelligence and strategic actions were instrumental in preparing central France for the Allied advance. After the war, Hall was honored with the Distinguished Service Cross, one of the highest U.S. military honors for bravery in combat. She was the only woman to receive the award during World War II. Back home, she continued to work for the CIA until her mandatory retirement at 60. Hall passed away in 1982. She had always eschewed attention and praise, and to the very end, she remained the ultimate spy's spy. Biographer Pearson recalls holding a 1950s memo from General William Donovan, the head of the OSS, telling Hall, "Okay, you can talk now," but she still refused. That was how Virginia Hall lived, with her daring escapades in Vichy, France, remaining a secret to even some of her closest family members.